not the same. When they hear my name, a fear they can't explain. No, I won't bow down at the feet of anyone, 'cause I am fearful to bleed. Bow down on your knees, I am the only one to rid you of these dreams. Take the world away and fade into the night, swallowing the light, it's the curse you're feeding. Spirits are high, you bury me alive, twisting of the knife with the rose you're bleeding. No, no, you can't trust your own mind. No, no, you'll be left behind. That's what the bleeding. The bleeding. So many things left on my plate, eyes never closed and wide awake. I never tried to sigh away, just lie awake. You feel the silence when the pin drops and sin talks, just so unthinkable. I am the pinnacle, I feel so invincible. The pin drops, you feel lost, it's uncontrollable. No, I won't bow down at the feet of anyone, 'cause I am fearful to bleed. Bow down on your knees, I am the only one to rid you of these dreams. For execution here. Take the world away and fade into the night, swallowing the light, it's the curse you're feeding. Spirits are high, you bury me alive, twisting of the knife with the rose you're bleeding. No, no, you can't trust your own mind. No, no, you'll be left behind. I'm giving for the weak. This is a living on my back, but when I stand, I'm looking down on a world so beautiful. What's the point of being merciful? Take the world away and fade into the night, swallowing the light, it's the curse you're feeding. Spirits are high, you bury me alive, twisting of the knife with the rose you're bleeding. No, no, you can't trust your own mind. No, no, you'll be left behind. That's what the bleeding. The world away and fade into the night, swallowing the light, it's the curse you're feeding. Spirits are high, you bury me alive, twisting of the knife with the rose you're bleeding. No, no, you can't trust your own mind. I seize every moment, offer my condolence, 'cause these words you've spoken took your life, I've stolen any hope that you had left. I'm guessing that you thought, 'cause I'm blind, you would have the upper hand, go mambo tied behind my back, you never stood a chance. Just a feeble mind, a breaking. Leave them all beyond, forsaken. You could not behind, but they don't know that I've been holding back this entire time. No, you don't wanna see what happens when I cover my eyes. The only reason that I keep them hidden behind this disguise is to have a little fun before you meet your demise. You see, the truth is, you're just a game, a pretty poor excuse for danger and all you choose to claim. You think this level that I'm on is something you can sustain. Just a feeble mind will break it. Leave them all beyond forsaken. You could not attain, we're not the same, just face it. Welcome to my domain. Just a feeble mind, I'll break it. Oh, leave them all beyond forsaken. You could not attain, we're not the same, just face it. Welcome to my domain. Just a feeble mind will break it. Leave them all beyond forsaken. You could not attain, we're not the same, just face it. Welcome to my domain.
Hello. Was tempted to post the Call Me Chris vid in Discord? You fucker. I mean, you can do that. Alright, guys. Stream's gonna be really short today. So, oh shit, I forgot to set everything up because I'm a professional. Alright. I totally know how to do this. Not media source. Is it display capture? God damn it. It's not. And before she talks to her, shut the fuck up. I mean, I kind of already did that, to be perfectly honest. I'm not gonna tell you what happened, but yeah, I kind of already fucking did that, because I'm a fucking idiot. Unless you're making a reference to that, because you saw it. Fuck you. Actually, while I'm here, might as well just, Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on. Oh my god, it's happy. Obviously here to say how much I'm a awesome ass streamer and that he loves my streams. That's why he's here all the time. Okay, I got scared for a second. That's why I was like really quiet because I thought it was saying I had copyright strikes on my channel, and I was like, wait, what? And I was like reading it, and it's like, no, you don't. I was like, oh, okay. Thank God. How does one do things? God damn it. Why is it that every time I fucking... Why is this... I like how I was like, oh, it's gonna be a short stream, and yet I'm fucking struggling right now. Okay. Alright, Dios mío, why did I... Okay. Okay, I got it as much as I could. Her desktop wallpaper is a picture of her credit card. Shut up! I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Yeah, just erase it from your memory. Number one, hate watcher, for real, fuck you. What can I say? You can't stay away. Load faster, tits. Oh, God. Can you disappear, please? There you go. Okay. Jesus Christ. What are we doing? I'm trying to not be an idiot online. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to... Was it window capture? Why did I delete window capture? Where are you? Okay, let's not have it on that. Let's get out of that. And let's get over... Okay, I don't need that because I already watched it. Okay, let's go. Guys, I'm struggling. I'm struggling right now. I gotta be honest, I'm struggling. I this wheel. Yeah, like that. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Yeah, we're working. Let's go. Why did I get rid of window capture? I don't understand myself sometimes. -2, no! I'm just speedrunning RE4 remake. Well, that sounds fun. We know it's a mental thing. What? 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 What do you mean? Yeah, it's a mental thing. Alright, guys, we're just gonna go through this video, and then I'm gonna end stream as soon as possible because my sister needs help with stuff, so it's gonna be quick.
Throughout history, people have vanished under strange and unexplained circumstances, leaving behind only questions and eerie coincidences. And in this video, we'll explore 4 baffling cases of individuals who stepped into the unknown, and some of whom never returned. Crime, conspiracy, cults, serial killers, and murder. All things that I love to consume, and I know you do too. You sweet, delectable, cherry on top, beautiful little crispy cake. I'm kind of hungry. Intellectual freak. And today we're talking about just that. People who have disappeared.
Mom, Chris is talking about us, Mom. I extensively watched a 4-hour-long vid guide and played while following each step to a T. Now I'm doing a run without it, and all the info is coming to me like precedent knowledge. Nice. Good job. Our special streamer, Punky Happy. Boo. I'm sorry. Hi, Goober Hero. Lamau Reaver's doing a react stream. Any percent? What does that even mean? Is doing a react stream? I'm trying to do a react, but fast. I'd love to see her do a collab with Creepcast. Dude, that'd be fucking awesome. I'd be so honored. I'd be like, oh my god. I'd like fangirl a little bit. I'd be like, oh my god. So when exactly do I get to cuddle the cats? Here, let's see if I can do this. Here, cuddle the kitty cat. There, it's in your face. Cuddle the cat. It's right there. Squeeze. Floofy. There you go. Any percent is a speedrun category. Like the fuck I would know that. Like the fuck I would know that. Yee! Cuddles. Oh! I don't look at speedrun sheet. I'm not into speedrun sheet. -2. What do you mean? Jesus Christ. Can't believe I'm losing negative Riz.
But most of which have not. So without further ado, let's unbuckle our seatbelts, go Mach 5 down the highway, slam on the brakes, and bust through this windshield into these baffling disappearance cases.
Baffling. Disclaimer.
The Great Smoky Mountains National Park, a verdant expanse straddling the...
Ravers too much of a pleb to know. Fuck you. Wait, you had Riz? God damn it. I had Riz. I had Riz, but now I have none.
Border of Tennessee and North Carolina is renowned for its breathtaking beauty. And in autumn, a symphony of colors paints the landscape as deciduous trees prepare for a winter slumber. Mist often cloaks the valley and peaks, lending an air of mystery to the ancient Appalachian Range. Despite its beauty, it also carries unseen dangers, with steep ravines, dense underbrush, and twisting pathways that could make any hiker overwhelmed. At a crisp 50 to 70 degrees in September, it was in this captivating setting that Thelma Pauline "Polly" Melton found her second home. Born on February 26, 1923 in Alabama, Polly was one of 6 children born to Fred and Luella. And those who knew her described Polly as friendly, intelligent, and generous, with a particular affinity for the outdoors and hiking. Sounds like a good time. And her life had taken her through various roles and relationships. She had worked as a teacher and had been twice divorced before marrying Robert Bob Melton in 1975. And Bob, who was 20 years her senior, became her companion in both life and their shared love for the Smoky Mountains. And for most of the year, Polly and Bob resided in Jacksonville, Florida. However, each autumn, they would make their pilgrimage to the Deep Creek campground near the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And for over 2 decades, their Airstream trailer had served as their seasoned abode, allowing them to immerse themselves in a natural splendor they both cherished deeply. And this annual journey had become a defining aspect of their life together, a tradition that both spoke to their mutual appreciation for the wilderness. So just a wholesome as couple. And Polly's connection to the area extended beyond mere visitation. She had actually become an integral part of the local community, dedicating her time as a volunteer to the Bryson Presbyterian Nutrition Center. And her commitment was unwavering. She served meals to the elderly residents and, according to reports, never missed a day of work. And this level of dedication just spoke volumes about Polly's character and her desire to contribute meaningfully to other people's lives. But despite the apparent tranquility of her life, there were subtle indications of underlying complexities. For undisclosed reasons, Polly was restricted from driving alone, a limitation that may have impacted her sense of independence. And additionally, following her mother's death in 1977, Polly had experienced a period of depression. And by 1981, however, reports suggested that her emotional state had improved. So on September 25th, 1981, Polly had made the uncharacteristic decision to forego her volunteer work at the nutrition center. And instead, she would embark on a hike along with her friends on the Deep Creek Trail. And this day would be beautiful, providing ideal conditions for hiking. And Polly, being 58 years old at the time, was feeling good. She hiked all the time, and she was confident that she could make this hike with her friends. And it wasn't like an advanced hike, it was a pretty casual hike for her. But before departing for her hike...
I don't know, this story kind of smelly. This story kind of smelly. So you're saying a woman who's dedicated her life to this volunteer group program, whatever, suddenly decides to miss a day to go on a hike? Sussy. Sussy, sussy. Sussy, sussy. I don't know if I believe that.
Polly had prepared spaghetti sauce for dinner, indicating she did have plans to come back that evening with her husband Bob. So the hike would begin, and it would begin kind of uneventfully, you know, with Polly initially walking pretty slowly, and her companions would kind of tease her about her pace. So Polly would kind of pick up the pace to keep up with her.
Nah, that's totally normal. Sure. I smell coal. Is hiking even real? Think about it. Hiking even real? Think about it. Jesus Christ. She had risen and then she woke up a hag. How dare you? Even though that's true. Are women even real? Yeah, I'm just a figment of your imagination. I'm actually a 60-year-old man with an unnaturally high-pitched voice.
Friends, and she would actually start to pass her friends, moving slightly ahead of them. And at approximately 4 p.m., Polly walked over the hill and kind of out of sight, so her friends couldn't see her. But this mundane occurrence would mark the last time that anyone would ever see Polly again. So when Polly failed to reappear, her friends initially assumed that she had maintained her brisk pace and would be waiting for them at the trailhead. However, upon reaching their destination, they found—
Who are these so-called friends? Who are these friends that she was with?
no sight of her. The initial confusion quickly escalated into alarm, and at 4:30 p.m., Polly's friends returned to the campsite, hoping to find her there. But to their dismay, Bob reported that he had not seen Polly since they had left for their hike.
It was such a shock that she simply disappeared. This trail where she disappeared was considered easy. She could not possibly have gotten lost.
And as concerns started to mount, Polly was officially reported missing at 6 p.m. that same day, prompting an immediate and extensive search effort. So the authorities would close the trail to the public for 4 days. And the search would involve 150 personnel and 9 canine teams, who meticulously combed approximately 100 miles of trails, creeks, and dense forest. And despite the thoroughness of the search, no definitive signs of Polly were discovered. The only potential lead emerged when search dogs detected Polly's scent on a downed tree along the trail. However, park rangers would just kind of dismiss this as a significant clue, reasoning that she had likely just stopped to rest there. And the lack of any substantial evidence posed a perplexing challenge for the investigators. And as days would pass with no breakthrough, law enforcement began to consider—
They didn't look at the log? They didn't, like, look at it? God damn it. I just realized that park rangers are not the same as fucking police officers. So if there was, like, any indication of, like, scratches or anything, they're not gonna fucking see that. They're not gonna fucking know that. Fucking footprints? Are they even fucking looking for footprints or anything? No. I don't know. Maybe I'm cutting them too much. Maybe I'm not giving them enough credit. Maybe they were looking for footprints and stuff. I don't know. It just seemed like they were mostly focused on following the dog around, not really looking for clues on where she is. To me, personally, it just seems like that. But I don't know.
Consider alternative scenarios. So the possibility of foul play was deemed unlikely given the brief window of time between Polly's last sighting and her companion's realization of her absence. So it's—
if you believe her companions, what if her companions did it? And this is just me guessing because we're not really... How old were these companions? Were they young'uns? Were they old people? Like, did they have a motive? Old people kill people. Old people kill people all the time. Just because they're old doesn't mean they can't do it. See, you don't know. There's literally a grandma who's like 60 or 70 years old who went on a killing spree, killing people for money and shit because she had a gambling problem. So it's like, you don't know. You don't know.
Seemed implausible that an abduction could occur quietly in such a well-traveled area. And one theory stated that she had actually planned to meet someone in the park to be picked up, to escape in secret and create a new life, which just seems kind of weird. I mean, she made spaghetti sauce before she left, you know? She was probably planning to go back to make pasta. I don't know.
My theory is, and it's simply a theory, I have no proof, that she arranged to be met at a crossroad there in the...
You know, You know who comes up? You know who comes up with, oh, she made plans to meet with somebody before she disappeared. You know who fucking says that? Murderers, to throw off the cops' scent. That's what they do. They're like, oh, she said she was gonna meet someone, and then she disappeared. I don't know where she went. You know who else I've ever heard of people say that, and they fucking like disappear shit? Fucking murderers. The murderers say that to throw off the cops' scent, so they don't freaking go looking for the body or anything.
Or can be picked up. Theory is that she deliberately was tired of the stress with her sick husband, and that she just decided to make a new life.
So on October 2nd, 1981,
Sus.
park officials made a startling announcement. They indicated that evidence suggested Polly had exited the park in a vehicle, likely of her own volition. And this theory was bolstered by the fact that most of Polly's belongings, including her medication, identification, money, and purse, were left behind at the campsite. And park ranger Dennis Barnett articulated this prevailing view, quote unquote, "If she had been in the park, the dogs would have found her. They were well trained." And this statement underscored the growing suspicion that Polly's disappearance might have been intentional rather than the result of a trap.
I don't know. I feel like the park rangers are being way too flippant about this. Is it just me? It seems like they're not really putting a lot of manpower behind this. They're like, well, if she was in the woods, the dogs would have found her. It's like, well, it seems like you're not really putting a lot of effort in. They said that the dog sniffed around a log, but they dismissed it, saying that she probably just sat there. What if her body was inside the log? What if her body was inside the log? What if her body was underneath the log? What if she was escaping a predator or something and she crawled underneath the log to hide? Like, you don't know, because the freaking park rangers seem very flippant about this. It's just the feeling I'm getting from this. Detective Reaver. Heck yeah, I put on my detective hat.
Tragic accident or criminal act. But to me, it's just, I mean, I didn't know her personally, but it just seems strange, very strange. And I think it makes less sense that she left all of her belongings behind, like money, purse, everything, and just left. So, but what do I know? You know? But despite extensive search efforts and ongoing investigations, Thelma Polly Melton's disappearance remains unsolved. And the case just continues to perplex authorities and captivate the public's
Bro, she was
imagination.
murdered.
The Great Smoky Mountains.
Bro, she was murdered. You can't just say all that and say, oh, well, we don't know what happened to her. She fucking was murdered, bro. Your detective hat has a propeller for some reason?
National Park, once a sanctuary for Polly, now stands as a silent witness to her enigmatic vanishing. And now Polly's case has just become part of the local lore, periodically resurfacing in the headlines and sparking renewed interest.
Bro, what if her husband killed her for an insurance policy? What if her husband killed her and then the friends helped cover it up?
Modern search and rescue technology, unavailable in 1981, offer tantalizing possibilities of what might have been discovered had they existed at the time. But as years pass, Polly's family and friends continue to seek closure, while her disappearance endures.
My main question here is, how good was that pasta sauce? I imagine it's very good. Homemade meals are always delicious.
Is one of the park's most enduring mysteries. So I'm curious what you guys think down below, but I
she was
hope
murdered.
that Polly is one day found. And that
Pretty
brings us
sure
to
she was
our
murdered.
next disappearance.
Not to like stir up wounds or anything about the whole thing. Sorry if it seems like I'm being flippant myself, but like, I'm pretty sure she was kind of murdered, guys. Like, I don't know, it just seems like the perfect setup for a murder. Like, even if she had an accident, there's like no way her friends could have not known that. And then they come up with this story that, oh, she must have run away. An old lady was running away from her problems. An old lady. Really? An old lady who dedicated her life to the outdoors and to like that volunteer thing? Really? Really? You're telling me that she decided to up and leave her life? Really? With no evidence of correspondence to anybody to indicate she left somewhere? Really? You're trying to convince me of that? Right, okay. You're so sure she was murdered. Too sure. Yeah, I was bored. I was born in the 90s. I was born in the 90s, and this happened in the 80s. Yeah, it's totally me. I did it.
Wilderness of Arapaho National Forest stretches across north-central Colorado, a vast expanse of towering peaks and dense pine forests. And here, the air is crisp and the wind carries whispers through the trees. Sudden storms roll in without warning, draping the mountains with thick fog and plunging temperatures in an instant. It's a land that both awes and humbles, a place where nature's beauty is matched only by its indifference. And nestled along the edge of the unforgiving landscape is Silver Plume, a tiny, historic mining town where everyone knows their neighbor. And among the town's few dozen residents was Tom Young, a quiet man who found solace in books. And he actually ran a small bookstore in town, a cozy retreat where worn pages whispered stories of adventures, mystery, and history. And in the weeks leading up to his disappearance, those closest to Young noticed a shift in his demeanor. Once reserved but content, he now seemed restless and distracted, and his friends just couldn't quite place.
Detective Reaver's work style is the best murders to solve are the ones you No, no, dude. We need to also do some watch-alongs of like crime videos of where murderers are like, let me help you figure out who murdered the victim, because it definitely wasn't me who did that. We need a like a compilation of that.
What was wrong, but the change was.
I think it was a cat personally. Yeah, you can't trust cats, dude.
Young left a note behind stating that he was traveling to Europe. He was heading into the mountains, but he didn't say where, and his only companion on this journey was Gus, who was his loyal golden retriever dog. So days would pass with no one seeing him, and then weeks, and the town whispered and speculated and hoped. But Young and Gus never returned. And 11 months later, on July 31st, 1988, two hunters trekking along the steep inclines of the Republican Mountains stumbled upon something grim. There, among the pine needles and loose shale, lay skeletal remains of Tom Young. And Gus was right beside him. And a revolver rested nearby. During the investigation, it was found that Tom had purchased the gun only a few days before he departed on this hike. And the Clear Creek County Sheriff's Department examined the scene, and soon after, the coroner ruled Young's death a sewer slide. But not everyone was convinced. Young's friends and family rejected the notion that he would ever take his own life, especially not with
So all of a sudden, when one person suddenly disappears with barely any evidence, we don't know what happened. Oh, we don't know what happened. But then we have evidence showing that it may have been sewer slide. I don't believe it. Something must have happened. Where was this? Where was this for the first victim? Where was this? Where was people pushing to get it investigated? Where was this for the first lady? Everyone's like, shrug, I guess she disappeared, shrug. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, her disappearing, no evidence, everyone shrugs their shoulders, moves on. Freaking guy disappears, shows evidence, it's sewer slide. I don't believe it, someone investigate it. Do you know what I mean? Like, the priorities aren't the same in this, like, it doesn't make sense to me. They have so many videos of that on the first 48 hours, really? Maybe it was aliens? Have you considered that? I mean, statistically, there's actually a lot of... Okay, so there's actually a lot of murders and cases of abandonment in national forests because police have no jurisdictions in those areas, and it's very likely for someone to die in the woods. So that is why it's a popular place for murder and for abandonment. I say abandonment because a lot of kids have suspiciously gone missing, and a lot of people who have mental disabilities have gone missing. And people are like, I don't know what happened. They just disappeared. And it's like, do you really not know? Or did you kind of just abandon them in there? Because it happens all the time. Aliens be like, we hear you make good pasta. I don't believe in aliens, but you may be onto something there. I mean, I believe in aliens, but it is just... Okay, look. It is most likely murders and abandonment, usually, most of the time. But you do get those rare cases of people like disappearing in the woods and then reappearing in a different part of the woods, saying it's only been a couple seconds when it's like they've only been gone a minute, but then they find out they've been gone for months. Do you know what I mean? Like, you do get those cases. Society cares far more the young than the old. It was an old lady, man, whatever. It was a younger man. Stop the freaking presses. Something is up here. Yeah, it's so fucking bullshit. It's because she's an old lady. Everyone thinks it's probably an accident and she fell over and died somewhere, and then they just shrug. And it's like, what the fuck? Easy debunk. Fugue state, like in fugue state? What? Fugue state like in Breaking Bad? I haven't seen Breaking Bad, so I don't understand that reference. It went right over my head.
Us by his side.
Help, I need my life to learn.
Discovered that Young had purchased the revolver only 4 days before vanishing, a detail that raised more questions than answers, really. And then there was the bullet. The one lodged in Young's skull was either never subjected to ballistics testing or produced inconclusive results, leaving a crucial piece of evidence in limbo. And in the wake of Tom Young's disappearance, Silver Plume, Colorado transformed from a tranquil mountain hamlet into a town shrouded in mystery. And the once friendly atmosphere had given way to an undercurrent of tension, with locals exchanging wary glances and speaking in hushed tones about this unsolved.
So a man goes into woods to commit sewer slide. Do we have any evidence of paranoia from the man, from Mr. Young? Has he had a period of paranoia that he feels like he's being watched, that he feels like he's being followed, that he's been skittish for a while now? Has there been evidence of that? Or are you telling me he just went into the woods to commit sewer slide and then everyone's in a tizzy and freaking paranoid because they think there's a murderer walking in their midst, when in fact he just went into the woods to commit sewer slide? It's like, what is going on? What do you mean? What is happening? A fugue state, also known as the dissociative fugue, dissociative fugue, is a rare psychiatric condition that causes memory loss and identity confusion. People in a fugue state may travel to a new location and take on a new identity. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Do you know how many fucking murder mysteries there were of a guy? Well, I wouldn't say murder mysteries, but there was like a couple of cases where a guy commits a crime and then he's like, oh, I don't remember what happened. I don't remember, and starts a new life in a new fucking area. 2. I've heard of 2 cases like that. It's not a lot, but I know people fucking use that excuse because that's so stupid that fucking people use it. Anyways, is it an actual thing? Well, actually, no, I have heard. There was actually a case I remember of a guy like having memory. No, I think it was, wait, yeah, there's actually 2 cases of these guys who got memory loss. Robot, hello Robot. Hey, what are we watching? We're watching a video about missing people cases. And I'm ranting about the disparity between the 2 cases. Like one case, an old lady who's dedicated to her job suddenly decides not to come into work one day and go hiking. She's an old ass lady and she just decides to go hiking with her friends and her husband. Then she just disappears and the friend and husband don't know where she went. She's just gone. And then the fucking rangers are like, oh, she just disappeared. I guess we can't find her. Oh, well. But then people are saying, oh, she must have met up with someone and disappeared. She's fucking 70. What do you mean? Her fucking grandma getting up out of nowhere and fucking hopping in someone's car to escape her life? The fuck you mean? She doesn't even have that much time left. What do you mean? What do you mean? And then in the current case we're on right now, current case we're on right now. A man in his like 30s to 40s goes into the woods with his dog, and his skeletal remains and his dog's remains, and there's a gun, so people assume he is evidence of a sewer slide, right? But then everyone's like, no, it can't be a sewer slide. He must have been murdered. And it's like, fucking what? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. An old lady disappears and everyone just shrugs their shoulders, but a young man, when there's evidence of a sewer slide, they're like, no, it must have been murder. It must have been. It couldn't have been anything else. Wait, what? To commit slip and slide sounds fun. No wonder he went missing. Oh my. You just but Reaver, you are in a fugue state now. You think you are a VTuber model. I am a VTuber. What are you talking about? Fugue state also tends to go hand in hand with multiple personality disorder. Is that a... No, I don't want to bring up, open a can of worms with that. Never mind. But well, Scythe, trying to fuck with her head. Shut up. It's not that hard. Shit, you guys think I'm dumb or something? Can't be the obvious answer. What does that mean? I can tell... Oh, it can't be the obvious answer with the sewer slide? Yeah. I can tell you what the young guy said before he killed the other dude. You said you'd never tell anyone. What is happening right now? Maybe Breaking Bad is behind this. Maybe. That explains everything, honestly. Jesse out here in the trees. Yeah, it's not that hard. Watch this. Shut up. We're not doing that. Like right now? Mm-hmm. But we're not even we're like halfway through. Wait, where are you going?
I have to go to the store.
Which store? HB?
Yeah. I appreciate if you come with me.
What time is it?
You're doing this all the time. You can come.
What? It's 5:30.
I have to go.
This is not gonna take... Well, it's not gonna take that long.
I'm leaving.
No, no, come back. I don't know what to do. Should I go after her? Catfish strips, family first girl. So you want me to end stream right now? Because I will. I'll end stream right now. I do it right now. Goodbye, guys. It's over. We'll finish this next time. No Reaper must be disappeared by sister. Do it. Okay, bye. Goodbye. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.